Hello and welcome back to your 30-day yoga journey, Spring Awakening. We are on day 28 and I cannot believe it. We are almost done with our Spring Awakening journey. I have been working on this project for a few months now and I can't believe it is coming to a close. This is my first yoga baby. These are kind of like my first videos. So if you've been enjoying them, please do like, subscribe, or share. It would mean the world to me. I'm really excited to see the community or people that come into my life through this platform. So please do support if you're enjoying so I can keep on making these beautiful videos. And to move forward, today's flow is called Move Like Air Vinyasa. And so I really want to connect to this one breath, one action, which is pretty much what Vinyasa is. It is, with each movement, you're connecting breath to movement. And so this idea of letting the breath lead and the body follow. It should be a nice full body experience today, a feel good full body vinyasa. So let's start right away. Let's just get on into it. You might want a couple yoga blocks at the top of your mat. I think other than that, you will be a-okay. So find yourself in a comfortable seat and settle in, close your eyes or soften your gaze. Maybe roll the shoulders back, do a couple half neck circles. And allow yourself to arrive and start to think about move like air vinyasa. What does that make you think about? Like when you move like air, maybe you think about feeling weightless or free. Maybe it's powerful, especially with the spring weather, the winds shifting. So air can even come with the shifting energy. So move like air vinyasa. Connect to your breath by taking a nice, beautiful inhale through the nose. Out through the nose or out through the mouth. Two more just like that. In through the nose. And let something go. Last one all together. Inhale. And let it go. Excuse me. So we are going to, sorry if you hear construction. There's a lot of work going outside today. So hopefully the microphone isn't picking up too much. We are going to begin with some arm vinyasas, I suppose is a good way to call it. So we're going to inhale, reach our fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, come into goalpost arms. Take an extra inhale as you're in the goalpost arms. So inhale here. Exhale, float your fingertips down. Listen carefully. With your left fingertips staying on the ground, reach your right hand up and overhead. Inhale. Exhale as you come back through center and take it to the other side. So now we take it to the right side. Inhale, reaching your left fingertips up and over towards the right. And then exhale, bring it back to center. So that's the vinyasa. So we're going to inhale, reach our fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, goalpost arms. Extra inhale here. And then exhale, float the fingertips towards the earth. Inhale, reach your right hand up and over towards the left. Exhale back to center. Inhale up and over towards the right. Exhale back to center. Let's do 2 or 3 more, connecting to your breath. So inhale, reach. Exhale, goalpost. Inhale, goalpost. Exhale, fingertips come down. Inhale, right hand comes up and over. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, left hand up and over towards the right. Exhale, center. Now for these last 1 or 2, do it on your own. So I'm not going to say anything. So inhale. One more wherever you are. And when you come back to center, allow your hands come to heart to center. Anjali Mudra. And if you have an intention or a mantra that you're working with, it can be as simple as move like air or I am light. And as always, you can just be I am present. I remain present. Allowing the breath to lead and the body follow. All right. Let's make our way to tabletop position. Actually, into a downward facing dog. I was wrong. Downward facing dog we go. So curl your toes under and send your hips up and back and pedal out your feet a little bit here. Melt your heart down towards your thighs. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Maybe you nod the head a little yes and no. I am just stumbling all over my words today. Do forgive me. All right, now find some stillness here. We're going to take a couple very air-like spinal waves. So as we inhale, we're going to lift onto our toes. And then exhale, deep bend in the knee as you melt your belly towards your thighs. On our next inhale, we're going to basically like hop over a hurdle. So inhale, see how high you can get in your plank. And then as you get to your plank, exhale, bend your knees and send it back to downward facing dog. So let's do one more together like that. So inhale, come to your tippy toes. Exhale, bring your belly towards the thighs, big bend in those knees. Inhale, lift the hips high, high, high like you're going over a hurdle. Come into a plank. And then exhale, bend your knees, melt the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So do a few more on your own, connecting to your breath. If you just kind of want to do, you can simply just stay with the toes. So inhaling on the tippy toes and then exhale, melting back. If that's enough for you today. So explore, find what feels good. Maybe you come through an upward facing dog at some point. Maybe you take some twists side to side, coming onto the edges of your feet and bending into your hips. One or two more breaths here to explore and settle in. And then when you're ready, drop your left heel and step your right foot in between the palms and come into a low lunge. Collect your bearings, find your alignment, and then reach your right hand up and over until you finally go far enough that your left hand comes off the mat and come into this twisted lunge here. So that's going to be our breath cycle. So exhale, come back to your low lunge and reach that right hand forward, forward, forward. Take a look at the screen if you need to. And then inhale, find your way back into that twisted lunge. Exhale, come back to your low lunge, reaching that right hand forward. Inhale, twisted lunge, last one. Come back to your low lunge, reach, 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 and then inhale, big expansion, and exhale, frame the right foot, and let's just step it right back to downward facing dog. Find some stillness, or maybe you do some toe lifts in your down dog. And then we're going to drop the right heel and step the left foot up to the front of the mat between the hands. Find your low lunge. Same little ditty on this side. So inhale, reach that left hand up and over until you come into that beautiful twist. Exhale, come back to center, planting that right palm, reaching your left hand forward, forward, forward. Inhale, come into your lunge with your twist. Exhale, unravel, reaching that left hand forward. Inhale. Exhale, back to your lunge. And for the last one, inhale, twist. Exhale, reach forward, frame your foot, and step it back to a downward facing dog. Beautiful. Maybe let something go, let it go through the mouth with an audible exhale. All right, drop your left heel, reach your right heel up towards the sky. Exhale, bring it in through the hands and find your high lunge this time. So inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, go post arms. Take an extra breath here. Open your chest, open your heart. Exhale, then inhale, bring your hands down to come back up again. And then open and out into warrior two. Inhale, fly your warrior, straightening that front leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flying your warrior, straighten that front leg, and exhale, warrior two. Gaze at your right middle finger. All right, this time, as you straighten your front knee, lift your right hand up and overhead, coming into reverse triangle. And then we're gonna bend in that front knee, plant that right palm either to a block or the floor, and reach your left hand up and over for extended side angle. And now we're gonna come to a flow just like that. So inhale, straighten your front leg, reach your right hand up and over, reverse triangle, and then unravel, coming up to the front. So you can kind of choose what you do with your breath here. Maybe you take an inhale during each position. So inhale here, and then exhale as you transition. Inhale in your reverse triangle. Exhale, transition into your side angle. Inhale in your side angle. As you exhale and find your next reverse triangle. So come into your little flow here, just for a couple more breaths. And then the next time your right hand is at the top of your mat, frame your right foot, step it back, and flow through your vinyasa. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful work. So good. So good. And when you're ready, drop your right heel, reach your left heel up towards the sky. Three-legged dog, stepping it in and through, coming to find your high lunge on the other side. So inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the sky. And then exhale, go post arms. Extra breath here. Inhale. Find that big expansion in your heart, in your chest. And then exhale. Bring your hands down to come up again. And open out into your warrior two. Once again, we're going to fly our warriors 3 times. So inhale, straighten that front leg, reach your fingertips up. And then exhale, warrior two. 2 more, so inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Last one, inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Float your right fingertips down as you straighten that front leg for reverse triangle. And then exhale, unravel, coming to find your side angle, reaching that right hand up and over to the top of the mat. Now find your flow. So inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale as you transition. And then inhale when you get to your side angle. Exhale, transition, letting the breath move first and the body follows. One breath, one action. And the next time your left hand's through the earth, frame that left foot, step it back, and flow through your vinyasa. At any point, you can obviously skip it, but notice when you decide to skip your vinyasa, if it's just I don't want to, or if you're honoring rest. So maybe you kind of take the side of the more fluid or challenging aspect side of things and challenge yourself a little bit. All right, we're going to do that same thing and just add on a little bit more. So when you're ready, drop your left heel, reach your right heel towards the sky. Step it in and through, coming into your high lunge. Inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, goalpost arms. Extra breath here. Fingertips come down to come up as we open up into our warrior two. Yep, you guessed it, fly your warrior 3 times. Move like air. I am light. Or I am shifting. Next time that leg is straightened, come into your reverse triangle and find your reverse triangle to extended side angle flow. Try to do 3 on your own, connecting to your breath. All right, the next time your right hand is on the mat for your extended side angle, plant your left palm and straighten that front leg. And then open your right palm up towards the sky for your twisted triangle. Once again, your left hand can be on a block, you can be on the fingertips, you can even be hovering if you're feeling super powerful today. So find your variation, your version. Beautiful. And then from here, locate your block if you need it. We are going to come into half moon. So kick off that back foot, bring your right hand to the earth, and open your left hand, finding your half moon. Option to take that candy cane kind of variation by grabbing your left foot. One more breath here. Nice and strong, focused and balanced. When you're ready, we're going to take a big, trusting, floating step back and open up into goddess. Woo! So come into your goddess. Your hands can come to your knees to start, or they can come into these kind of goalpost arms, which is kind of what we're doing today. And then once you have collected your bearings and found your goddess, let's fly our goddess. So we're going to go goddess to star 3 to 5 times. So inhale, straighten your legs, reach your fingertips up, and then exhale, goddess. Move like air. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, melt into your goddess. And then inhale one last time. Exhale, goddess. And let's just sway side to side. Your hands can come to your knees. Your hands can come to heart. Come in that goalpost. And then straighten the legs, come to face the top of the mat, frame your front foot, step it back, and flow through your vinyasa. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here to reset Collect your breath. Connect back to whatever intention or mantra or whatever you're working with today. Honoring the time you spend here. Honoring all aspects, the mental body, physical body. Oh, it just started raining here. Lovely. All right, when you're ready, drop your right heel, lift your left heel towards the sky. Exhale, bring it in through to find your high lunge. Inhaling, reaching your fingertips up. Exhale, come into your goalpost arms. Stay here for an extra breath. Find that expansion. Then exhale, fingertips go down to come up, and you open up into your warrior two. We've been here before. You know where we're going. Fly your warrior 3 times. Connecting to your breath. Breath leads, and the body follows. Next time your front leg is straightened, lift that left hand up and over, reverse triangle, and find your flow coming into side angle. Side angle to reverse triangle, connecting to your breath once again. Beautiful. Next time that your left hand is on the earth, straighten that front leg, plant your right palm to a block to the earth or maybe on your fingertips, and lift your left hand up towards the sky for your twisted triangle. When you're ready, find your drishti and your block if you'd like one. As we move into our half moon, left hand comes down to the earth or your block, reaching your right hand up towards the sky as you kick that right foot behind you, finding your balance, maybe embracing the wobbles. Once again, the option to come into that candy cane-esque variation, or just staying nice and open. Making sure you're not gripping into the toes. At least not too much. I know balancing's tricky work. And then maybe you say to yourself, I trust, or I am light, as we step that right foot all the way back and open up into our goddess. Sorry, I'm not facing you, but we've been here before, so you know what to do. Find your goddess to begin, and then we're gonna fly our goddess, do our goddess jacks, whatever you'd like to call them. So inhale, straighten the legs, reaching your arms up, and then exhale, finding your goddess. 2 to 5 more just like that, connecting to your breath. Gotta get lost in the sauce. All right. And the next time your legs are straight, step your way to the top of your mat. Bring your feet together. It actually doesn't matter this round. We're just gonna take some beautiful spinal waves here. So inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale as you bring your heart forward, forward, forward. Melt all the way down. Coming into a forward fold. Maybe you take an extra beat here. Find what footing feels good in your body today. And then melt vertebra by vertebra as you pull yourself back up, finding that flexion in the spine. So inhale, maybe you bend the knees as you do a slight back bend as you come forward, forward, forward. And then exhale as you round the spine, tuck the chin. And find your expression, find your speed. Maybe you take it nice and slow. Maybe you find soft sway. And then the next time in your forward fold, just kind of hang out there for a moment. Grabbing opposite elbows if that feels good. And then plant your palms and come down to your knees and come to find a seat for a moment. We're just going to end the practice today with, let's do some camels. So grab your block if you'd like. We're going to do some dancing camels. So I would recommend the toes curled under here because that kind of brings your ankles closer to you so you don't have to go as deep in the back bend. So you're going to either grab your block or your ankle and reach opposite hand up and over and behind you. So it looks like this. And then you take it to the other side and then you can kind of pass the block. So if you have two blocks, just bring one to each side, but I kind of like passing it. It kind of makes it a little fun. So inhale in your camel. Maybe you try it without the blocks. And then maybe you come into a camel for just a breath or two, bringing both hands onto your ankles or onto blocks. Heart shines up towards the sky. And then exhale, unravel, release. Maybe take a couple side to side movements with the elbows out wide. And then come to find a comfortable seat of your choice. If you'd like to lay down in a shavasana, by all means, do you. But we're going to end today. Comfortable seat, maybe you roll your shoulders back a few times. Take a couple more releasing breaths. And bring your hands to your heart center. And maybe give thanks, say a little prayer, or just have a moment for contemplation here. Thank you so much for being here. That was our week of air. I really hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun playing with the air element. I think I don't know, it might have been my favorite. I'm not sure though. Don't hold me to that. But yeah, these next 2 days, day 29 and 30, you can expect like a conclusion. So we're gonna have a full circle vinyasa class tomorrow. So we're gonna implement all the elements that we've been worked with. So we're gonna have earth and water, alignment, equilibrium, and air all combined into one big, beautiful flow. It'll be a little bit of a longer one, but it'll be so worth it and so much fun. And then I haven't exactly decided what day 30 will be. I've got too many ideas for it. So I just have to pick it. But anyhow, it's going to be a beautiful conclusion, couple of days. And I just can't thank you enough for being part of this journey. And yeah, so just thank you for being here. And I can't wait to continue making videos and seeing what's to come. I will see you tomorrow. Take care.